In a realm painted by the brushstrokes of twilight and dawn, where mountains scraped the bellies of the clouds, a young dragon named Phelan soared for the very first time toward the Ethelgard Academy. It was a castle unlike any other, a colossal marvel of obsidian and crystal that floated serenely amidst the heavens, tethered to the world below by nothing more than ancient enchantments and the collective will of dragonkind. Phelan, with scales the color of a summer sky and eyes wide with a mixture of terror and wonder, felt his heart thrumming against his ribs like a frantic drum. He circled a gleaming spire, the air growing thick with the hum of 1,000 sleeping spells, and landed with a clumsy skid on the grand entrance platform, his claws scraping against polished stone that shimmered with captured starlight. This was where his journey, his true life as a dragon, was set to begin. He was guided by floating wisps of light into a vast, cavernous hall, where the ceiling was a living constellation. Hundreds of other young dragons were gathered, their murmurs echoing like a rustling forest. At the center of the hall stood Ignis, the Elder, a dragon whose scales were the deep, cracked gray of ancient mountains and whose voice rumbled with the weight of centuries. Before him rested a single unlit crystal on a pedestal of pure gold. With a quiet inhale, Ignis released a tiny, perfect spark from his snout. It danced through the air like a firefly before striking the crystal, which erupted in a brilliant, steady glow, bathing the entire hall in a warm amber light. The Elder's gaze swept across the young faces, a silent instruction to follow his example. When his turn came, Phelan stepped forward, his legs trembling slightly. He took a deep breath, just as Ignis had, and focused all his energy, all his hopes, on producing a single perfect spark. He pictured the flame, tiny and controlled, and pushed. But what came out was not fire. Instead, a shimmering cascade of glowing butterflies erupted from his mouth, their wings beating silently as they filled the air around him. They fluttered in a radiant cloud, each one a tiny lantern of soft, pulsating blue and silver light, before slowly dissolving into motes of dust. A hush fell over the hall, a silence of pure, astonished awe. And in that moment, Phelan realized that the greatest magic isn't always the one you intend to create, but the one that comes purely and unexpectedly from the heart.